Friday Nugget, we're here again with Mark Campbell. Last week, we touched on emerging technology, gave a high-level overview. As always, we talk about the dark underbelly in episode 2. What I want to know is, what keeps you up at night? What is the biggest emerging technology that it could really be an area of concern?
There's a lot of hype and discussion about quantum computing right now, and a ton of great promise, a lot of money being put into this. But one of the things quantum computing appears to be very, very promising in is solving what's called optimization problems. Most security built today is built on the idea of something called a one-way function. This is something that's very easy to do one direction, very hard to do another. So an example would be factoring a big number into prime numbers. If I gave you a very large number, say 15,000 digits, and saying, could you factor that into its prime factors? That's an exceedingly hard thing to do. With a quantum computer, though, there's an algorithm out there that has already been proven mathematically to be able to solve this within a few clock ticks.
So just I want to take a time out, because for those who don't understand what quantum computing does, the way I understand is, let's just say you have a hotel. Traditional computing, if you're going to give it the problem of searching the hotel, it's going to search one room at a time, whereas quantum computing almost has the ability to search every room simultaneously at the same time.
Yep. Let me give you an example. If you wanted to know what's the tallest mountain on the planet, you could go to every mountain and make measurements and then say, well, the tallest one is actually Mount Everest.
Right.
Another way to do that would be to take the Earth's oceans and flood them up to 50 miles deep and start draining them, and then just see which one pokes up first. It's Mount Everest.
Oh, okay. That's a great way to look at it.
It works on physical attributes, not computational attributes. And the answer comes out almost automatic.
Wow, because it is.
It is. We can just get the answer.
So, since it's working off of these physical attributes, then what applications, nefarious applications, could this be used for?
So when you log into a system and you give a password, that password gets encrypted into a bunch of spaghetti. The system compares the spaghetti. If they match, you must have had the right password.
Right.
If you're an outside person and you go and try to guess the password, you have lots of guesses before that spaghetti becomes exact.
Right.
Quantum computing, it's a few clock ticks and you have it. So the idea is encryption as we know it will be almost instantaneously solved.
So it's completely redefining security.
Yeah, it's going to unravel the whole thing like a cheap sweater.
So I'm sure that there's plans to address that.
Yes, there are. So this is one of the few cases in technology where we have discovered a problem and are working on a solution, and we'll have the solution done before the problem is solved. Quantum computing today is not able to do that other than trivial cases, but it's going at a rate that within probably about 8 years, most of the most advanced encryption techniques will be solvable on a quantum computing. By the way, I mentioned earlier, the investors in quantum computing tend to be large companies like IBM, Honeywell, and nation states. So when you get to a point where nation states can encrypt things instantaneously and you and me can't, that's not a good place to be.
Right.
So people are working on what are now called quantum safe or post-quantum security. There are several technologies out there that are not susceptible to this. And there are companies out there right now trying to implement this post-quantum encryption.
So in a lot of ways, AI, quantum computing, there's almost like a technological arms race where, I mean, if someone was to get a big leap from a technological standpoint, it'd be a massive advantage.
Oh, huge.
Also a dangerous advantage.
Huge. Imagine if you're New Zealand, a very violent and aggressive country like New Zealand. Imagine if New Zealand had quantum computers where they could decrypt missile launch codes. It'd be Kiwis everywhere. No, but I mean, think about that, right? Whatever nation state gets that, they own the key to Pandora's box.
Right. Man, so that is amazing. It's mind-blowing. We're running about at the end of our time. Thank you again, Mark.
Of course.
So next week, we're going to finish out our series. Hopefully, there is some sort of a positive spin to emerging technology.
Absolutely.
And there is some good news that we can share. And that's what we're going to discuss next week. So we're looking forward to seeing you then. Friday Nugget.